How's everybody doing? Everybody all right? Good evening. For those of you who do not know me, I am Miles Davis. Now, my name is Gil Scott Heron, and I'm very pleased to be here and glad that so many of you could come out and join us this evening. We have been doing songs now for some time that we felt would have some intellectual as well as emotional impact, some spiritual as well as physical motivation behind it. We started to do songs back in 1974 about what we considered to be the major danger facing the human earth. And in that we were talking about the dangers of nuclear power and the misuse of nuclear power. Did a song then called South Carolina. A couple of years later we did a song that was based on a book by a man named John Fuller that was called We Almost Lost Detroit, about the story of one of the first nuclear accidents. We contributed this song to an album called No Nukes and to a film by the same name, and I'd like to contribute it to you this evening. It stands out on the highway like a creature from another time. It inspires the baby's questions. They say, what's that? Well, they ask their mothers as they ride. Yeah, but no one stopped to think about the babies or how they would survive. And we've almost lost Detroit this time. And how would we ever get over losing our minds? And just 30 miles from Detroit, they built a giant power station. And it ticks each night as the city sleeps. Or maybe seconds from annihilation. Yeah, but no one stopped to think about the people or just how they would survive. And we've almost lost Detroit this time. And how would we ever get over losing our minds? The sheriff of Monroe County had sure enough disasters on his mind. And what would Karen Silkwood say to you? I mean, if she was still alive, that, well, when it comes to people's safety, money, it really wins out every time. And we've almost lost Detroit this time, yeah, this time. And how would we ever get over losing our mind? You see, we almost lost Detroit that time. Say, well, we almost lost Detroit that time. Say, well, how would we ever get over? Say, well, how would we ever get over? I don't think I would ever get over. I don't think I would ever get over. Say, well, people all over the world want to know. They say, didn't you know? Say, people all over the world world wanna know. They say, didn't you know? Say, you almost lost Detroit. That time, say, well, totally destroyed. That time, say, well, how would you ever get over her? Over her, I don't think I would ever get over her. Over her, I don't think I would ever get over her. Over her, I don't think I would ever get over her. Over her, I say, well, not thinking all over the world wanna know. They say, didn't you know? Say, people all over the world wanna know. They say, didn't you know? When it almost lost Detroit. That time, say, damn near totally destroyed. That time, I don't think I would ever get over. Over her, I don't think I would ever get over. Over her, say, well, now, would you ever get over? Over her, say, well, say, talk about over. Over her, I don't think I would ever get over. Losing my mind. Thank you. Good. You know, thank you very much. I think my voice was stolen on Lufthansa. It will arrive shortly for those of you who are wondering. It's not in there, but that's the best place I can think of to look for it right now. Did a song on an album called Secrets about justice and where justice falls short sometimes. In the case of the song that we did, it was a song about a brother named Gary Tyler. And Gary Tyler was at 17 years old, convicted of a murder he may well have not committed. Down in a place called Angola, Louisiana, he is doing time. And he has been there for some years now, waiting for justice to run its course. But it reminded me of a story about an old man that used to live in my neighborhood when I was growing up on the lower west side of Manhattan. There used to be an old man in the park every day, spring, summer, and fall. We weren't very creative back in those times. We just called him the old man. And in the wintertime, he would disappear, and we would wonder how he was. But of course, we weren't supposed to act like we cared about anybody. But when the grass would turn green and the old man would be back on the scene, we would always say, well, how you doing, Pops? How you been? And he would say, oh, I'm doing fine, Junior. Shit, I could have been in jail somewhere. Say, you know, smoking marijuana is illegal in America. And if I had to do a day for every joint I rolled, shit, they'd have to make me do forever. So I'm doing fine, I could have been pulling time, became sort of a slogan around the way. When you were out to enjoy the sunshine and the good weather or the bad weather, you felt as though you were doing better than some people who had been incarcerated. So we did a song about Brother Gary Tyler, but it was actually about everybody everywhere who has ever been mistreated and been placed behind bars when they should be out in the sunshine. Well, I've been painted a picture of Angola, Louisiana. Pictures of deals in back alleys where politicians often hide. But it's much more important to me than Angola, Louisiana. Got a lot to do with justice, but more with Gary Tyler line. I got a letter from his mother that said, please, say something to my son. Yeah, the truth is, Angola, Louisiana, that's the one. Well, I ain't never been nowhere near Angola, Louisiana. Down in St. Charles Parish, where the sun won't go alone. But injustice is not confined to Angola, Louisiana. Got a lot in your living room, as long as it surrounds your home. I send my love to Brother Tyler, but after all is said and done, well, truth is, Angola, Louisiana, you're the one. I can't tell a man not to defend himself. Well, not at this late stage. Can't tell a man he ain't got no rights nowhere. Well, not in this day and age. And this song may not touch a whole lot of people, persuaded by the truth. But take a look at what's going on, people, cause this all can happen to you. Yeah, truth is just like, well, I've been painted a picture, say, it's of Angola, Louisiana. But down in St. Charles Parish, where the sun won't go alone. But injustice is not confined to Angola, Louisiana. Well, it can walk in your living room. Brother Tyler, hold on, be strong. You're not alone. Well, I got a letter from his mother. It said, please say something to my son. Well, truth is, well, Angola, Louisiana, you're the one. Whoa, I can't help but say it again. Angola, Louisiana, yeah, that's the one, don't you know? Never be another one like that one seem like. Angola, Louisiana, yeah, that's the one for Louisiana. Don't forget Anna, please. Angola, Louisiana, yeah, that's the one that don't you know. Never be another one like that one seem like. Angola, Louisiana, remind me I'm doing fine. Could have been pulling time. I'm doing fine. See, could have been pulling time. Well, could have been pulling time. See, could have been pulling time. Could have been pulling time down there where the sun don't shine. See, pulling it like a clock behind me. Pulling it like a clock behind me. Pulling it like a clock behind me. Black hell that they don't find me. I'm doing fine. Could have been pulling time. See, could have been pulling it. I know I could have been see well. Every time I roll joint, could have been pulling time. See, every time you roll one, don't deny it, cause you know you rolling. I'm doing fine. See, could have been pulling time. See, I'm doing fine. See, could have been pulling it. I see, I could have been pulling time. See, could have been pulling time. See, could have been pulling time down there where the sun don't shine. Could have been pulling 5 to 10. Could have been doing 5 to 10. Could have been pulling 5 to 10. I wouldn't have been playing no music then. I'm doing fine. Could have been pulling time. Say, could have been, I say, I could have been, I know, I could have been, I know, should have been, I could have been pulling time. Could have been pulling time. Say, could have been pulling time down there where the sun don't shine no more. Now, the one thing I like about coming out on stage by yourself is that, like, no matter what you said you was gonna do backstage, once you get out here, you can go for it. Because can't nobody stop you. You see shows going now. So I didn't say I was gonna do this one when I was back there. But I know that there's some vocalists out there, and I would like to have y'all help me do a song, if you could. Well, look, you can contribute if you want to, otherwise just back off, all right? This song here is about coal miners. And I feel like coal miners are very important people, of course, because they go and get the coal. But they don't get a whole lot of respect because people don't think about it, don't think about what they have to go through in order to do this. I feel as though coal miners would get more respect if everybody had to go and get their own coal. You see, what keeps people from understanding what it is they don't have to do it, so they say, the hell with it, I don't care. But we'd like to take you into a song about some of the ideas that go behind coal mining, go behind working for it. And the song is called 3 Miles Down. And I have a song part that I want all of y'all to sing. I know it's not a very big part, but remember you're just starting. So if you do this one, if you do this part right, maybe there'll be other parts later. But you got to start somewhere, right? You got to crawl before you can walk. Okay, now this is going to be your part, right? Okay. Oh hell, that's fantastic. That ain't no problem. Ain't no problem, right? Okay, so now there's 4 of those little right before. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm gonna sing the lead. Well, see, just because I know the words. I mean, like I can do the I mean, I've been there. But like, I'm gonna sing the lead, and when we get to the part, it says, working in a graveyard 3 miles down. That's when you come back in, right? Oh, it works out. Don't worry about it. We got it covered. We got some vocalists, we got some hand clappers, we rolling. I got some of this stuff over here. Whew. It's a rough ball there too. Okay, so on 4, y'all remember where 4 is, right? We hit it right between 3 and 5. And when I get to 4, that's when I want y'all to come in with your part, right? Okay, so everybody ready? Well, just listen to the one next to you. Because they're singing your part also. So if you don't have it right off, don't sing their part, but get your part from them. Okay? This is going to be on 4 now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Here come the mine cars. Holy wait a minute, now that was 4. See, we got to have some organization. Now see, you're gonna do 4, and then I'm gonna sing the lead. You'll be right back. We can't have no conflict in the parts here. All right, that was just a good warm-up. You got your part now, right? Okay, all right. It's all right. You remember him, right? Okay, so on 4 now, we're going to get it started. You're going to do it 4 times, and then you're going to ease off of it. 1, 2. I love this part. This is the part I know best. If I mess this part up, ain't nothing else happening. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Here come the mine cars, and it's damn near dawn. Another shift of me and some of my friends coming on. Hard to imagine working in the mine, got coal dust in your lungs, on your skin and on your mind. Yes, well, I've listened to the speeches, and it occurred to me, politicians don't understand. Thoughts of isolation, ain't no sunshine on the ground. It's just like working in a graveyard 3 miles down. Hold on. lost in too little space. A history of disasters with fears etched on your face. Somebody signs the paper, everybody thinks it's fine, but tapped in a heart they ain't done one day in the mind. Say, you start to stiffen up, heard a cracking sound just like working in a graveyard 3 miles down. Hold on. Here come the mine cars, and it's damn near dawn. Another shift to me and some of my friends coming on. Hard to imagine working in the mine, got coal dust in your lungs, on your skin and on your mind. Yes, well I've listened to the speeches, and it occurred to me, politicians don't understand. Thoughts of isolation, ain't no sunshine in the ground. It's just like working in a graveyard 3 miles down. Congratulate yourself. Yeah, you're doing good. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your patience. Could you please put your hands together and welcome the group, the Amnesia Express. Thank you very much. inauguration of our current president, we went to work on a poem. The biggest problem we had with this poem was what we was gonna call it. First, we decided we would name this poem From Real to Real. That would be from R-E-E-L to R-E-A-L. And we said, no, might be some people that don't get it. Then we said we would name the poem From Real to Surreal, and we would draw a lot of lines under the surreal and say, that's the one. Then we said, no, might be some people that don't get it. So finally we decided that we would name this particular poem From Shogun to Raygun, and just underline the whole goddamn thing and point at it like that. You see, because the word came down in the neighborhood that there had been a mandate for Raygun. Mandate meaning an overwhelming majority. Mandate meaning a landslide. Meaning a majority of such proportions that it entitles the holder of said mandate to change everybody's life 180 degrees. So we went down in the neighborhood and we told the brothers, we said, hey, it's been a mandate for Raygun. And they said, oh yeah? What was the final score? So we said, well, 26% of the registered voters voted for Raygun. They said they would have been more impressed if it had been 26% of the American people. Big difference there. Then we found out that Skippy used to be the president. And he was running against Raygun, but he only got 21%. Skippy bit the dust. Skippy being the symbol of the thing that be on the peanut butter jars, because Peanut Man was the president prior to Raygun. But he was landslid, I think they call it. He come from the South, so they call it landslid. He had been landslid the hell on back to Georgia. Then we found out there was some other people running, and nobody knew that except their immediate family. And between all of the other people who were running for president, they only got 2%. So we added it up, we said 26% for Raygun, 21% for Skippy, 2% for miscellaneous, and that come to 49%. So people immediately recognized the fact that that meant that 51% of the registered voters had voted for nobody. And so they felt that democratically speaking, nobody should be the president. And it damn near worked out that way. Somebody come to me the other day and said, wasn't nobody the president? It's damn near right. They also pointed out that since Raygun got 26% of the registered voters, that meant that 74% of the registered voters did not vote for Raygun. So there was a mandate, all right, but it was going in the opposite direction. See, a lot of folks felt as though this was the first time we had ever said anything about Raygun. That's not true. He had managed to play small parts in other poems of ours. We did a poem one time called The Bicentennial Blues. And we referred to Raygun as Hollyweird. So he acted like an actor, acted like a Democrat, and acted like a liberal back in the late 40s when he was acting like the head of the Studio Actors Guild. It was Raygun's job to defend people from accusations of communism that came from a man named McCarthy, who was a Republican. Ron's job was to defend people like Dalton Trumbo and David Susskind and Dashiell Hammett from the rages of McCarthyism, who was looking for communists under the corner of every bed. Next time we saw Ron, he was a Republican. He was acting like one of them. Acted like General Franco when he acted like Governor of California. Showed up in 1976 acting like somebody was gonna vote for him for president. And then showed up in 1980 acting like 26% of the registered voters was actually a mandate. A hell of an acting job. You see, what has happened is that America has changed over the last 20 years, and a lot of people don't want to recognize the change. 26% of the registered voters are looking for the America that existed 25 years ago. And so they elected someone whose ideas correspond with America 25 years ago. America has changed from a producer to a consumer, and then a quantum leap. See, when America was a producer, it was my way or the highway. I got it, you need it, need cash, need cash, need cash. But now that America is a consumer, They want all the rest of the consumers to get behind them and jump on the producers. They don't know if they want to be Bob Dylan or Matt Dillon. They don't know if they want to be diplomats or continue to threaten the world with a nuclear nightmare. See, being the producer will change your world. Everybody who gets a chance to produce gets a chance to change their position. The third world is changing. The Arabs used to be in the third world. They have bought the second world and put a firm down payment on the first one. Being the producer will change your world. America used to be a country that looked forwards to things, and all of a sudden all we heard was, yesterday. They call it nostalgia, but it don't mean nostalgia, it means some nostalgia. The way we were. Hell, that's what we was trying to get away from, the way we were. The summer of 42 rather than the summer of 82. Them good old boys, them good old days, them good old boys, them good old days, them good old boys, them good old days, soul American. Back to a time when America always showed up at the last minute to save the day. Back when someone always showed up at the last minute to save America. Back to the 40s and 50s when the heroes rode in right at the nick of time and saved America from whatever throes they were in. America started to look back to a time when you get to see 2 movies every time you paid for one. You see, when I was a younger man, we went to the movies and they would have 2. They would have the one you were paying for, and then they would have a second movie that they threw in on the side that was sort of like a bonus. And the second one was called a B movie, and that would be the one that Reagan was in. You see? It would be one of them gangster flicks with everybody talking down the side of their mouth, see? Or it would be one of them military flicks where you just salute everything that moves. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Or something with the monkey. Our president used to work with a monkey, and the monkey was the smartest one of the 2 of them. I ain't got nothing against the monkey. The monkey is all right. See, that's called a diversion. They got us watching the monkey with the other some bitch we needed to be watching. What happened was that America started to look back to the 40s and 50s for one of their cinema heroes like John Wayne. But unfortunately in the 80s, John Wayne was no longer available. And so we had to settle for Ronald the Reagan. And it has given us all the impression somehow that we've been cast as supporting or non-supporting characters in what could be called a B movie. It is said. Come with us back to those inglorious days before heroes were zeros, before fair was square, when the cavalry came straight away and all American men were like Hemingway, to the days of the wondrous B-movie. The producer, underwritten by all the millionaires necessary, will be Casper, the defensive Weinberger. No more animated a choice is available. See, from my childhood, I remember a character called Casper, always looking for a friend, looking for a friend. No more animated a choice is surely available. The director that we mentioned later on in the tune was going to split the scene. Well, he split the scene a little bit sooner than we thought he would. Matter of fact, he split the scene a whole lot sooner than he thought he would. The director was called Attila the Hague. Frantically running around declaring himself in charge and in control, in charge and in control, in charge and in control. They said, bullshit, you're out of there. I think he made his move too soon. He's been replaced by a man we call Peanuts. Man's name is Schultz. If you get a good look at him, you will see someone who is a dead ringer for the Cowardly Lion on his way to see the wizard down the yellow brick road. Off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. The screenplay will be directed from a book called Voodoo Economics by George Papa Doc Bush, with an introduction by the one and only David the Trojan Horse Stockman. The theme song, the very military Macho Man. Macho, Macho Man. 2, 3, say you left, you left, you left, right, Pow! We thought thought it ironic that a theme song for our president be written by a bunch of gay dudes. Bang, 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 bang. Looking for the closest thing we could get to John Wayne. Cliches abound like kangaroos, courtesy of some spaced out Marlon Perkins, a Ray Gun contemporary. Cliches like tall in the saddle. Cliches like itchy trigger finger. Cliches like Gaddafi, get off of my planet by sundown. More so than cliches like he died with his boots on. The man is tough. The man is Marine tough. The man is Bogart tough. The man is Cagney tough. The man is John Wayne tough. The man is Cheap Steak tough. And Bonzo substantial. It goes all the way back from Hollywood to hillbillies, from liberals to libelous, from Bonzo to Birchite or Born Again. Civil rights, women's rights, gay rights, nothing happening. Call in the cavalry. Disrupt this perception of freedom gone wild. God damn it, first one of them wanted freedom, then they all act like they gotta have freedom. You give them an inch, and they'll take a mile. Lon Chaney, our man of 1,000 faces, got nothing on Ron. Doug Henning will do the makeup. It's magic. Special effects from Crazy Glue and Grecian Formula 16. Transportation furnished by the David Rockefeller Remote Control Corporation. Their slogan is, why wait till 1984? You can panic now and avoid the rush. So much for the good news. As Wall Street goes, so goes America. And here's a look at the closing stocks. Racism is up, human rights are down. Peace is shaky, war items are hot, the house claims all ties. Jobs are scarce, money is hard to come by, and common sense is at an all-time low with heavy trading. Movies were looking better than ever, and all of a sudden no one is looking because we're all starring in a B movie. And we would have rather had John Wayne. Damn it, we would have done better if we'd have ended up somehow with John Wayne. Y'all got to help me. You don't have to be in no hurry. You won't ever really have to worry. You don't have to think about how you feel. Just keep repeating that none of this is real. And if you're thinking that something's wrong, well, just remember that it won't be too long before the director cuts the scene. Hey, this ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't really nothing but a movie. This ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't really nothing but a movie. This ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't really nothing but a movie. This ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't really nothing but a movie. This ain't really your life, and everybody ought to know that this ain't really your life. Wouldn't do your life like that. Say, this ain't really your life, ain't nothing but real shit. This ain't really that silly. This really ain't real. This ain't really your life, and everybody ought to know that this ain't really your life, cause this ain't how your life would go. And this ain't really your life, ain't nothing but real shit. This ain't really that silly. This really ain't real. This ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't nothing but a movie. This ain't really your life, must be a camera in here somewhere. Say, this ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't nothing but a movie. Am I on? Am I on? Am I on? Am I on? This ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't really nothing but a movie. This ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't nothing but a movie. This ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't really nothing but a movie. This ain't really your life, ain't really your life, ain't really nothing but a movie. Bye-bye. We did an album called Realize a couple of years ago, and one of the songs was about someone who may well be with us this evening. You need not raise your hand, your friends will identify you. If you've ever been somewhere where there was always a person who had a better story to tell than the one you was telling, no matter how long you worked on your story, to make sure that once you told this story, book was closed, no more stories. As soon as you get through with your great story, this other guy's saying, yeah, but check this out. Story generally concerns his success with the ladies, his alleged, I love alleged, clarifies a great deal. His alleged success with the ladies. To hear him tell it, he is undefeated. Napoleon, ever the conquest. We'd like to tell you a song about somebody who may well be lying to themselves. The song is called The Legend in His Own Mind. To Mexico. They loved to see him coming and I hated when he had to go. A macho man before macho ever came to town. And the only problem was not enough for him to go around. You know, he had more romances than LA got stars. He had more romances than Detroit's got cars. He's a legend in his own mind, and got the gift to women on a day God wasn't giving up a thing. Say it, say it, say it, say it. Need a little bit of help, y'all. You hate to see him coming when you're moving at your favorite bar. The death of the party and a self-proclaimed superstar. Got a permanent Jones to assure you he's been everywhere. A show-stopping, name-dropping answer to the lady's prayer. To hear him tell it, he had more romances than doctors got pills. He had more romances than Beverly got Hills. And he's a legend in his own mind, and God to give the women on a day God wasn't giving up a thing. You don't have to listen when he's rattling on, so you don't have to listen, he's telling everybody else. You don't have to believe him, I don't think I've ever believed him. Matter of fact, he may well not believe himself. Say, hey. You don't have to listen when he's rattling a horn, so you don't have to listen, he's telling everybody else. You don't have to believe him, I don't think I've ever believed him. Matter of fact, he may well not believe himself. Say, hey, hey. Love pretty women from Canada to Mexico. They would love to see him coming and I hate it when he had to go. Macho man before macho ever came to town. And the only problem was not enough for him to go around. You know that had more romances than airplanes got gauges. He had more romances than the phone book got pages. He's a legend in his own mind. God to give to women on a day God wasn't giving up a thing. He's a legend in his own mind. God's a gift to women. No, I think God wasn't giving up, wasn't giving up, wasn't giving up. You can't say it again. A legend in his own mind. God's a gift to women. No, I think God wasn't giving up a thing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. A legend in his own mind. On the first day of spring, back in the States, it snowed. This was to let everybody know that spring hadn't quite arrived yet. As a matter of fact, over the last few years, there has been very little spring. There has been even less summer, and less still has there been of the autumn season. For the last several years, one season in particular has dominated America. It is a season of frozen aspirations. We would like to take you into a description of that season that is called Winter in America. From the Indians who welcome the pilgrims, and to the buffalo who once ruled the plain, like the vultures circling beneath the dark clouds, looking for the rain. Yes, they've been looking for the rain. Just like the city and stagger on the coastline, living in a nation that just can't take much more. It's like the forest they buried beneath the highway, never had a chance to grow. Well, it never had a chance to grow. And now it's a winter. It feels like winter in America. A time when all of the healers done been killed, or they've been betrayed. Say, people know it's something wrong with everybody. All to say winter. Like winter in America. And the truth is there ain't nobody fighting because, well, nobody knows what to say. Brother, save your soul. Winter in America. And the Constitution was no with free society, well, they struggle but they died in vain. And now democracy is ragtime on the corners, unemployed and hoping that it rains. Yes, it's been a hoping for some rain, but it just don't look like rain. I've seen the robin perched in battle treetops, watching last-ditch races marching across the floor. And like peace signs that melted in our dreams and never had a chance to grow. Well, they never had a chance to grow. Somebody wanna know, tell them it's a winter. Nothing grows in winter in America. Yes, it's a time when all of the healer people who could help us done been killed. They've been betrayed. Say, people know it's something wrong, and everybody say feel winter. It seems like winter in America. Yes, well, the truth is there's nobody fighting because well, nobody knows what to say. Sisters say the baby is winter in America. It's cold, it's like winter in America. Yes, it's a time when all of the healer brothers who could help us done been killed. They put them in jail. Say, people know it's something wrong, and everybody ought to know when it hurts. It seems like winter in America. Yes, well, the truth is there's nobody fighting because well, nobody knows what to say. Yes, well, the truth is there ain't nobody fighting, but nobody knows what to do. Truth is there ain't nobody fighting because nobody knows what to say. Winter in America. Thank you. Thank you very much. Allow me, if you would, please, to introduce you to the brothers in the band and let you know what's happening and who's performing for you. First of all, if you have seen either of our last 2 or 3 albums, you're already familiar with these brothers in terms of their music. We like to put some names and faces and geography together with that music for you. First of all, let's go over into the Bermuda Triangle, which is what we call our horn section here. There's a lot of melodies have gone over that way and never been heard from again. First of all, on trumpet and flugelhorn from Washington, D.C., would you say good evening to Brother Lonnie Bailey on trumpet and flugelhorn. This guy here is giving away all my punchlines. The middleman in terms of our triangle is not only a performer but a composer. He composed a tune on the Reflections album called Morning Thoughts. On alto, soprano, and flute, this is Brother Vernon James. And last but not least, on the far end of the triangle here closest to me, would you please say good evening to the brother on tenor saxophone. This is Ron Holloway, tenor saxophone. In the background, our rhythm master, a long way from home, both in terms of latitude, longitude, and temperature, but feeling warmer all the time, I'm sure. Would you welcome from Jamaica, the West Indies, Sir Lawrence, on percussion, Larry McDonald. Also in the background, the backbone of the rhythm section on drums, our timekeeper. Say good evening, please, to Brother Kenny Powell. And this evening on bass, our guitar player. Now you may ask me why our guitar player would be playing the bass as opposed to our bass player. It's a long story, but to make a long story short, we don't know what happened to our bass player. We were all together in London. We played last night in England. Everybody seemed very happy, and there's been a mutiny. No, what I think happened is that he missed the airplane, and if you're not there when the airplanes get ready to go, they just say, hey, 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 hey. So, would you welcome, please, sitting in on bass, our guitar player, Brother Ed Brady. Hey. It's like if the Fonz misses a plane. Hey. Last but not least, behind a whole host of keyboards and vocals and harmonica and everything over here in the corner, Brother Glen Astro Turner. Say good evening, please. Thank you very much. As I said earlier this evening, not only has there been a long time that we've been involved in ideas that concern nuclear power, but the world has not noted with little enthusiasm and little interest the fact that now all of a sudden all over Europe and all over the world people are starting to voice their concerns about nuclear power. What we like to say is that nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something. And if everybody does something, everything will get done. So we want everybody to get involved. We don't care if you want to freeze it, burn it, bury it, or merely cover it up with something you're not using anymore. When I first got involved in nuclear power, somebody said, Gil, why are you dealing with nuclear power, man? That ain't no black thing. And I had to admit that they had a point there. Because, see, nuclear power is an equal opportunity destroyer. So no matter what color you go into it with, you will glow in the dark. Green will be your final phosphorescent color. So we don't believe that it has anything to do with black and white. We believe it has to do with life and death. So we invite everybody to get involved with life and say something positive about how they feel about get that shit out of here. We would like to take you into an idea called Shut 'em Down. Come on, this is a hand clapper, y'all. Everybody can find one hand. Need everybody to give us a little bit of something. We're gonna bring the horns in here. We're gonna have everybody see what it was. Everybody say. Did you hear that sound? Well, it wasn't no earthquake, but it stood ground. Made me think about power, like it or not. I gotta work for Earth for what it's worth, 'cause it's the only Earth we got. Shut them down. If that's the only way to stop them, melting down. Melting down, understand? Shut them down. Seem like that's the only way to keep them from melting down. Heard a lot about change and human error. A few thousand gauges, it's just a wing and a prayer. And if you need perfection, and that's what it takes, well then you don't need people, can't use people. You know people make mistakes, shut them down. If that's the only way to stop them melting down. Yeah, shut them down. Seem like that's the only way to keep them melting down. That's the only way to stop them melting down. Melting down. Shut them down. Seem like that's the only way to keep them melting down. Did you feel that rumble? Did you hear that sound? Well, it wasn't no earthquake, but it stood ground. Made me think about power, like it or not. I gotta work for Earth for what it's worth, 'cause it's the only Earth we've got. Shut them down. That's the only way to stop them melting down. Melting down. Shut them down. Seem like that's the only way to stop them melting down. Wanna increase the power here. Shut them down. Shut them down. Shut them down. That's the only way to keep them melting down. Melting down. That's the only way to keep them safe. That's the only way to keep them safe. That's the only way to keep them safe. That's the only way to keep them from melting down. I wanna shut them and shut them and shut them and shut them and shut them down. It ain't as hard as it might sound. Check it out. So here we are. I lock the door and walk away. I lock the door and slip away. I lock the door and slide away. I lock the door and run away. I lock the door and hide away. I lock the door and move away. I lock the door and get away. If that's the only way to stop them from melting down. I wanna shut them and shut them and shut them and shut them and shut them down. I ain't got but one thing to say, y'all. Hey, I'll shut them down. Seems like that's the only way to keep them from melting down. We'll be back in a very few minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Recently at the London Film Festival, a film appeared for the first time that was called Black Wax, and it featured the group here and certain members of our organization. And one of the songs that we did in the movie, as also we did it on Moving Target, was a song called Washington, D.C. I feel as though Washington has been broadly misunderstood. Because ordinarily on the news in the evening they say, live from Washington, D.C., and then they bring you some dead sumbitch who ain't even from there, talking about something that ain't nobody listening to people who could care less. We represent a certain aspect of Washington, D.C., because most of us are living in Washington now. And we want to tell everybody that what they have heard about Washington, D.C. is not necessarily so. That 80% of the people in Chocolate City are people who feel differently than the folks who seem to represent them when you see about news clippings and news articles from there. We would like to take you into an idea about the nation's capital. The song is called Washington, D.C.
Surrounded by a moat. Citizens of poverty are barely out of sight. Overlords escape near evening, the brothers on the night. Morning come and bring the tourists, fading rubbernecks. Perhaps a glimpse of the cowboy making the world a nervous wreck. It's a mass of irony for all the world to see. It's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. See, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. See, may not have the glitter or the glamour of L.A., may not have the history or the intrigue of Bombay, but when it comes to making music and showing up making news, people who just don't make sense and people making do. It's a ball of contradictions put in different ways, between the folks who come and go and the ones who got to stay. It's a mass of irony for all the world to see. It's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. See, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Sing to me, it's been a lifetime, this one night, up on 14th Street. Make me feel it's always right on time, 'cause them people showed up in loving me. You didn't make but one second enough. It's the nation's capital. It's the nation's capital. It's the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Symbols of democracy pinned up against the coast. Outhouse of bureaucracy surrounded by a moat. Citizens of poverty are barely out of sight. Overlords escape near evening, the brothers on the night. Morning come and bring me tourists, stealing rubbernecks. Perhaps a glimpse of the cowboy making the world a nervous wreck. It's a mass of irony for all the world to see. It's the nation's capital, it's Washington, D.C. See, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, it's the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Say, it's the capital. It's the nation's capital. It's the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. You know, it's the capital. Got you feeling capital. Punishment is capital in Washington, D.C. See, it's the capital. Talking about the capital. Punishment is capital in Washington, D.C. See, down to down, 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 down. Oh, it's the capital. Talking about the capital. Punishment is capital. It's Washington, D.C. Thank you. We'd like to take you into a rhythm that is about the rhythm of rebirth and regeneration. The rhythm is called Wawawanko, named after the snake. Because the Africans believed that the snakes had magic powers, that every year the snake would shed its skin and appear to be reborn. And so the word for snake became synonymous with the rhythm for rebirth and regeneration. They say, Wawawanko. Say, well, got me, won't let go. Say, hey, Wawawanko, got me, said, won't let go, got me. Wawawanko, got me, say, well, got me, won't let go. So we would like to take you into an idea about the end of everything being the beginning of something else. And each new day bringing new opportunities, rebirth and regeneration. The song is about Wawawanko, the spirit of rebirth, and it's called The Bottle. Brother Kenny Powell on the drums and Brother Larry McDonald on the bottom. Wawawanko, Wawawanko, Wawawanko got me. Wawawanko, Brother Ed Brady on the bass. Got me and won't let go. Wawawanko got me. Wawawanko got me and won't let go. Brother Glen Turner on the keyboards. Clapping from y'all. Help us out with this song. We're gonna bring in the horns. We'll have everybody sing. You see that black boy over there running scared. His old man in a bottle. Well, he done quit hit 95, he's 6 full time, now he's hanging in the bottom. You see that black boy over there running scared, his old man got a problem. off damn near everything. So woman wedding ring for bottle. Don't you think it's a crime? Yeah, the way time after time after time, people in a bottle, living in a bottle. That sister, so was fine, folks, she started drinking that wine in a bottle. Told me, old man committed a crime, he's doing time. Now she's hanging in a bottle. Seen her out there on the avenue all by herself. Sure need her help in a bottle. Well, I seen her, preacher man trying to help her out, cussed him out, hit him in the head with the bottle. Well, they turned to me and they asked me, yeah, don't you think it's a crime? Yeah, the way time after time after time, people in a bottle, so living in a bottle. You see that little ghost there, he done damn near blown his foot in the bottle. Well, the doctor helping young girls along, they wasn't too far gone to have problems. I mean to tell you, say complications, but millions of the dollar eagle said what you doing, doc, it ain't legal. And now he's in the bottle. Yes, and now we watch him every day. He's trying to take vision away from the bottle. See to me like you think it's a crime. Yeah, the way time after time with a mind in a bottle. People living in the bottle. But the rock gonna get it off. Say here we are. Yes, yes, yeah. Got the rhythm for you, y'all. Go like this. Mama go got me and won't let go. Mama go got me and won't let go. Mama go got me and won't let go. Mama go got me and won't let go, yeah. Mama go got me and won't let go. Mama go got me and won't let go. Said mama go got me and won't let go. Said mama go got me and won't let go. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Oh, mama go got me, won't let go. Mama go got me, won't let go. Mama go got me, won't let go. Said mama go got me, won't let go. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Make it feel good. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Make it feel good. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Come on, help me out, brother, man. me, won't let go. Say one go, got me, won't let go. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. In the rhythm, make you move, it's alright. In the rhythm, make you move. In the rhythm, make you move, it's alright. In the rhythm, make you move. In the rhythm, make you move, it's alright. In the rhythm, make you move. In the rhythm, make you move, it's alright. In the rhythm, make you move. In the rhythm, make it, 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 the rhythm, make you move, make you move, make you move, make you move. The one go got me, won't let go. 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 First thing in the morning, say two. Talk about me and you, me and you. Say one, two, one, two, three, say. Say a little secret. You will come look for me. You know where I'm bound, be in a bottle. Just turn around, you go around on any corner, and if you see some brother looking like a corner, it's gonna be me. Say, sing a song. Da 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 da. Oh, say, yeah. Da 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 da. Everybody feels so good. Da 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 da. Everybody needs something here. Everybody needs something here. Everybody needs something here. Let me tell you what I mean. You know that I know that you know that I know that you need something. Hey, say everybody needs it. You know that I know that you know that I know that you need something. Everybody needs somebody sometime. You know that I know that you know that I know that you need something. Question is, how in the world that man know? You know that I know that you know I know that you need something easy. Everybody needs something here. Everybody needs something here. Everybody needs something here. Everybody needs something here. Everybody needs something. Everybody needs something. Everybody needs something. Everybody needs something. Say yeah, yeah. One go, got me, won't let go. One go, got me, won't let go. One go, got me, won't let go. One go, got me. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Thank you. I should have played that first. I didn't know. You know, I spilled a drink over here during the first set. I had no idea it would lead to suicide during the second. Damn near killed myself. They would have printed in the paper, wounds were self-inflicted. Musician goes down under a hail of cognac. That's a hell of a cognac, right? I hear you. Look, if it had been an easy day, would I be here looking like this? You know, a lot of times when you sing songs about ideas, and those ideas are ideas other than what other people are singing about, people ask you questions about whether you're optimistic and what you're looking forward to. Well, we feel as though
midnight is the first minute of a new day. And even though it is darkest at midnight, in fact, it is the first minute of a new AM. And once you get to midnight, you just know that the sunshine is coming. So we'd like to take you into an idea about tomorrow. The song is called Better Days Ahead. Thank you very much. I don't want you to think I don't appreciate it. I need more than this right here, though.
And now it's time to gather all the things we need to find two better days ahead. And just to wave goodbye, we've better things to do now, you and I. There's better days ahead. Just take my hand. You're the one I need to understand for better days ahead. With you I can stand. Long as you respect me as your man. There's better days ahead. Yes, come along. Just take my hand. You're the one I need to understand for better days and years. With you I can stand, long as you respect me as your man. There's better days ahead. Yes, coming on. There's better days. There's better days ahead. Yes, they're coming on for you and me. I do. Means nothing. Can't get this some bitch to stand up. Before we go into this last number, I don't know how many of you have joined us later, but for those of you who have, if you could please put your hands together for Brother Lonnie Bailey on trumpet, Vernon James on alto, soprano, and flute, Brother Ron Holloway on tenor saxophone, Brother Larry McDonald on percussion, Sir Lawrence, Brother Ed Brady on the guitar, on the bass line this time, Brother Kenny Powell on drums, and Brother Glen Astro Turner on keyboards and harmonica, the Amnesia Express, the name of the organization. What we'd like to do for you is a song that has sort of become symbolic of our group. First time we put this particular song together, there were still 5 nations in Southern Africa that were looking for independence. They were Angola, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, and Namibia. 3 of those nations have achieved independence in the interim. We feel that Namibia, Southwest Africa, is on the edge of the ledge as far as liberation is concerned. And hopefully, before we have an opportunity to do this song for you too many more times, the entire continent of Africa will have claimed independence. When we do this song, when we say, what's the word, we would like to have y'all say Johannesburg and help us out. It's not a, once again, I told you earlier when you sang so well that you were going to be called on again. And once again, this is not a large part, but it's a very crucial part because you can't sing a song about Johannesburg without somebody doing the Johannesburg parts.
So can we get everybody to help us out with the song called Johannesburg? Okay, is there anybody here who absolutely refuses to sing Johannesburg? Okay, we'll take that as assent. Now when we get to this part, I don't want nobody to say it sneaked up on you because I warned you and asked you if you was ready. 1, 2, and you know what to do. What's the word? Now, that was a perfect example. When I said, what's the word, I think I heard 2 people say Johannesburg. Now this song don't work unless everybody contributes, and once again, it's not a large part. I know a lot of people saying, damn, I didn't know it came up that quick. But that's why I asked you if you was ready before I got started, because after that, it can come up anytime. So we're gonna try it again, everybody having memorized their part. Johannesburg. Oh, I'm sorry, Johannesburg, excuse. One, 2, just to show you that I never get tired of that part. Got that part down, buddy. 1, 2, and you know what to do. Give me some more of this piano, home. Hey! What's the word? Now that was an improvement. See, a lot of people is working on the ventriloquist theory. They're not gonna sing, they're gonna let the dummy next to them sing. This is not acceptable. You see, like we said before, nobody can do everything, but everybody can do something. And whether you think you can sing or not, there's a note in there for you. This was written in the universal harmony. So there's no one out there who does not have a part in this tune. And perhaps the 3rd time is the charm. You think I'll get tired of trying it before you start to sing, don't you? I've got nothing better to do. 1, 2, and you know what to do. What's the word? Tell me, brother, have you heard from Johannesburg? Somebody tell me what's the word? Tell me, woman, have you heard about Johannesburg? They tell me that our brothers are over there on the find a man. They may not get but they need to know we're on their side. Yes, I hate it when the blood starts flowing, but I'm glad to see resistance growing. Somebody tell me what's the word? Tell me, brother, have you heard about Johannesburg? Somebody tell me what's the word? Tell me, woman, have you heard from Johannesburg? Brothers are over there, used to work in the mine sometimes. They may not get the news, but they need to know we're on their side full time. Yeah, now, sometimes this brings misunderstanding, but deep in my heart, I'm demanding. Somebody tell me what's the word? Tell me, brother, have you heard from Johannesburg? Somebody
struggling. Yeah, but we've all got to be struggling. Say if we wanna be free, and let's wanna be free, 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 free. Keep me feeling like just around the corner. Keep me feeling like keep me here. They tell me that our brothers are over there, used to work in the mine sometimes. They may not get to know them, but they need to know we're on their side full time. Yes, I hate it when the blood starts flowing, but I'm glad to see these sisters go ahead. Somebody tell me what's the word? So 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 what's the word? Somebody tell me what's happening in Johannesburg. New York like Johannesburg. LA like Johannesburg. Be a man with another word and that's it. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Sometimes you gotta tell me what's happening in Johannesburg. Been like Johannesburg. Been never like Johannesburg. Be a man with another word and nothing but a word. Woo! Let me see your ID. Let me see your ID. Prove you're you instead of me, Johannesburg. You're Peter Man, nothing but a, nothing but a, nothing but a, nothing but a. It ain't nothing but a word. Feel like it's Johannesburg. Talk about Johannesburg. Say, say. Thank you very much. And from the Indians, welcome the pilgrims into the buffalo that once ruled a plain. Like the vultures circling beneath the dark clouds, looking for the rain. Yes, they've been looking for the rain. Just like the city and the stagger on the coastline, living in a nation that just can't take much more. Like the forest they buried beneath the highway, never had a chance to grow. Well, it never had a chance to grow. And now it's winter. It seems like winter in America. A time when all of the healers done been killed, or they've been betrayed. Say, people know it's something wrong. Everybody ought to know when I heard. Seems like winter in America. The truth is there ain't nobody fighting because, well, nobody knows what to say. Brother, save your soul. Lord knows it's winter in America. Yes, it's a time when all of the healers, brothers who can help us done been killed. They put them in jail. They say, people know it's something wrong. Hey, when I heard, feel like winter in America. The truth is there ain't nobody fighting because, well, nobody knows what to say. Yes, and the truth is there's nobody fighting, nobody fighting. Nobody knows, nobody knows, nobody knows what to do, what to do. The truth is there ain't nobody fighting because nobody knows what to say. Y'all, let's roll with it through here. He had had 2 cups of coffee, 2 cups more than he was down. But he'd never been one to take advice and no sense in starting now. Light up a cigarette, sit down, turn on the radio. Can't be in no hurry cause there ain't no place to go. They can call this a retirement, they they always call collect when you're not needed anymore, when you're not needed. Things ain't like they were before when you're not needed. When you're not needed anymore, when you're not needed. Hard to say just what's in store. You're not needed. You're not needed anymore. Still 1,000 floors of midnight, headed north on slow freight trains. Drink a man from a thermos when the boss could not complain. Check the morning paper, see what's running at the track. Sister called 2 nights ago and you swore you'd call her back. They just seem to close in like a room that's got no door. When the plain and simple truth is you're not needed anymore, when you're not needed. Things ain't like they were before when you're not needed. You're not needed anymore when you're not needed. Hard to say just what's in store when you're not needed. When you're not needed anymore. There was no use being bitter, it was over with them behind. And if the struggle was to finish, we supposed that he had won. It seemed that when you slow down, things catch up with the man. Get the best you always needed and you feel the rush at in. The only thing worse than being old is being old and more. Cause they'll use you and discard you when you're not needed anymore, when you're not needed. You're not needed anymore when you're not needed. Hard to say just what's in store. You're not needed. You're not needed anymore when you're not needed. Hard to say just what's in store. You're not needed. Somebody said one more when you're not needed. Things ain't like they were before when you're not needed.
See, somehow, you know, like over the course of a career like mine, it is possible to choose this song, this one, that one, and this one, and 2 of these, and get just an entirely square-ass picture of someone who only wants to talk about politics, and that's all he knows about. I'm not a politician. I'm a piano player.
They're saying like, we don't want to see you. Hi, I'm Dana Bryant and this is the crew. Okay, this last piece was written by Gil Scott Heron in 1973. I updated it in 1992, and it's called The Revolution Will Not Be Televised. You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to tune in, turn off, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on crack or slip out for a beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Exxon in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Bush blowing a bugle and leading a charge, by Dick Cheney, General Schwarzkopf, and Dan Quayle to eat debts confiscated from the Freedom National Bank. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Masterpiece Theater, and will not star Marla Maples as Tom Cruise or Oprah as Miss Piggy. The revolution will not send Alka-Seltzer to the rescue. The revolution will not just do it. The revolution will not make you slim fast because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There'll be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on a dead runner trying to slide that color TV into the back of a stolen ambulance. CNN will not be able to predict the win at 8:32 p.m. on Report the 29th District. The revolution will not be televised. There'll be no pictures of LA pigs hard-bowling hands on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of LA pigs hard-bowling hands on the instant replay. There'll be no pictures of Al Sharpton being run out of London on rail with a brand new process. There'll be no slow motion or still lives of Jesse Jackson showing the streets of Washington, D.C. in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for the proper occasion. L.A. Law, designing woman, and 30-something will no longer be so damn relevant. And women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Twin Peaks, because we, the people, will be on the streets looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after nation identification or a word from our sponsors. You will no longer have to worry about beating a bug, dropping in vanish drop-ins, or bumping up and airing out. The revolution will not be just for the taste of it. The revolution will not wash and go. The revolution will not sell itself. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. Revolution will be Don't leave home.